You know, when there's so many things you need to do and so many big things that you feel paralyzed and you end up not starting what you need to do, there's some ideas I have for you. My points would be about big why, little why, and focusing on the effort you take. So let's see. My name is Alain Faber, and I'm going through this book by Evan Carmichael. It's called Momentum. And as I read the book, I took a whole bunch of notes and I'm sharing with you in this series of Momentum series what are my thoughts as I was reading the book. Today, we're going to look at the momentum habit number 3. Now, this one is called Big Why and Little Why. And the reason for that, and I've talked to you before, my one word, what drives me is learning and also helping others learn. That's why I think being a teacher is quite amazing. On the other hand, if you think of this being my big why, sometimes if I think of everything I need to teach students over, let's say, a semester, over 5 months, it might feel overwhelming. It might feel overwhelming because there's so much I need to do and I have some time. So what do? I break down what I need to do in lessons over, instead of saying over 5 months, I have something to do. I have to say, okay, I have 20 days. So that means I have 100 days to do what I have to do. So instead of looking at the big thing, which is getting a credit over a semester, I'm thinking about 100 lessons to learn, to practice, to play, and enjoy the learning so that we can get the credit. So what happens is sometimes let's see, the big why gets so big that it's very hard for us to think about, okay, how am I going to start? On the other hand, if you keep in mind your big why, this whole idea, what drives you at the forefront, what you can do is use that as your driving force and then take and break down in small little steps all the little things you do to achieve that goal. Because if you think about it, if you know where you want to go, you have a big project, you want to start a company, you want to finish a big proposal for a larger company. If you think of the large idea, all you can do is, in teaching, we call it backward planning. And what happened, there's another word for that. Yeah, backward planning. Close enough. And what happened is you're looking at what you have to do, then you look backward and you divide in small little steps, in small increments, all the things you have to do. So some days you might feel, okay, I have the energy, I'm driven, I can get forward 10 steps. In other days, all you can do is one step. So you take one little step, you get going, but at least you're moving forward towards your main goal and using that energy that drives you. So let's see, what are some of the points I mentioned here? So the idea here is that, so here, if you think of your big why, it is what drives you, what is there for you to help others. And the little why are there also for others because you do the little step to help others, you help them, you serve them, but keeping in mind that what drives you is that big why of yours. And the second step here, the other momentum habit I would like to share with you, number 4, it's called like this: tie your self-worth to your efforts and not your results. And the idea for that is when you think of a project, people say, okay, I have to do this, they get it done, and when they get there, they forget to celebrate, and then they say, okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? So what happens is people are always busy, they always driven, but sometimes if you don't stop to celebrate, then sometimes you might lose touch with the reason why you do what you do. So the idea here is if you tie your success to your efforts, then the journey becomes the most exciting part. So in the journey, what do? You get to know yourself better, you improve yourself, you meet other people, you serve other people, people are happier, you build a network, then you achieve your goal. Okay. So this is a big difference. Instead of you going from point A to point B and being satisfied with the goal you have to achieve, you're actually building momentum, building your life, building your network as you go through towards your goal. So at the end, there's a few things you can do. First, you're not by yourself when you end the goal. You can celebrate your goal, and you're not by yourself to do so. And that's why I think building a network is amazing. And Evan is doing amazing with his movement makers to make sure there's a community supporting each other. And that is quite nice. So let's see. I think we're going to actually um, talk about the fact that about momentum habit number 5 today. Let's do 3 today. The other habit I have is the following: pass the pillow test. What is a pillow test? It's the idea that when you finish the day and then you put your head on your pillow at the end of the day, are you satisfied with yourself? Did you achieve a little bit? Are you a bit closer to your main goal than you were at the beginning of the day? And that is the idea of a pillow test. Are you feeling fulfilled when you end the day? So very nice. Some people here, they say, well, the pillow test can be when you lie down. Some people can find another time. For example, if you like to do a tea, drink some tea in the evening, call it the tea test. When you drink your tea and you meditate on your day, are you satisfied with what you did? Some of you may say, okay, let's like a brushing teeth test. But when you brush your teeth at the end of the day, you have 2 minutes. Why don't you think about what you did and say, okay, this is what I wanted to do. This is what I did. I'm satisfied. If you did not complete what you wanted to do, then you could say, okay, this is the first priority for the day tomorrow. And guess what? If you focus on that tomorrow, you're going to be able every day to get closer to where you want to go. And the other here is you got to be proud of your why. And you know what? There's going to be a lot of work to do. There's going to be a work for you to maintain your goals, maintain your driving force, maintain your health, maintain your network. And at the same time, all of this is building energy. So the more you do it, the more you are building momentum. Trust the process. If you believe in what you want to do and you're putting the energy for a positive outcome, the chances are it's going to work. If it doesn't quite work the first time, keep in mind that everything is a learning opportunity. By moving forward, you risk the chance to meet someone that will help you. By continuing, you risk the chance to learn something new so that you can do things better. I call it failing forward. You know what? I believe in you. So keep in mind that you have to keep in up here the idea that you have your big why to know where you're aiming for. You break down all the things you have to do in little steps so that you can move forward every day. Be proud of your effort so that by the end of the day, when you do the pillow test or when you do that test saying, okay, how was my day? You'll be proud of what you've achieved. I believe in you. I'm going to put here a link to a few videos and I'll see you there. I can't wait to know that you are learning something every day and you're getting better. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.